Hi, I'm Derek Southern, and I'm going to introduce you to a new Form 27. It's been very simplified. We now only have 10 lines, and this is something people have been asking for a long time. Now we've got it. This is going to be the first of two short videos. This one will just consider some of the structure of the form and tell you how it's changed. The second video will do a demonstration putting in data in the various boxes so you can see exactly how the form works. So let's start off. As before, we have blue fields. You can see some here, across there, and down here. These are calculated fields. They're passworded and locked, so members can't just go in and clear a field in the blue area, because by clearing the field you delete any calculation in the background, and of course that stops the form from working properly. There's a yellow area, yellowish area here and here. This is where we collect 3-year previous data so we can see trends. There's a yellow box here, shows how the membership has changed this year. It's calculated for you. A blue one here, average guest conversion ratio, which we will talk about later. And one here that says, have you reviewed the last month's form in the BEC meeting? By clicking on the arrow, you get the choice of yes or no, and it's just meant to focus our attention on the fact that the BEC should be reviewing the Form 27 each month. Down at the bottom, submitted by. This is the person who is sending in the form, and the person who, if there's a problem, will be asked, why is the number that's giving the problem such and such? So this is the person's name, their title, the date of the luncheon meeting, plus their phone number, so that if the name of the submitter is not in the state roster, we can call the person directly and ask them what the problem is. Monthly distribution. Here we've highlighted State Form 27 at gmail.com because that's the primary place to send your completed Form 27 to. You also send it to your BEC members, area governor, regional director, a ramp committee, plus anybody else at the branch who is interested. You should know that the area governor and regional director do not forward the Form 27 that they receive from you. So if you send them the Form 27 and expect it to go to the state recorder, nope, doesn't work. The only way it gets into the state recording system is if you send it to State Form 27 at gmail.com. Now let's look at just a little bit of detail. The year up here, so let's put in 2016, and what we're going to see when we click enter is 3 previous years, 2013, 14 and 15, and then from Form 27 of previous years we want you to fill in this data and the data down here. Where you see these dashes, that means there's nothing to enter. Number of activities, we want to track that quarterly. Number of couples activities, again quarterly. Median branch age, again quarterly. The reason for having 3 years is when you're looking at a January, February, March, April and May, for example, this data doesn't tell you very much. But if you compare it to the trend for the last 3 years, and trend is the important word, if you see the trend for the previous 3 years of, for example, number of members in, number of members out, you can see what is happening. And members of the BEC often don't have a 3-year memory, and they can't relate to the trend. Well, the same with the number of activities. Have you been adding activities? Have you been working to improve the number of couples activities at your branch? and what is happening to the median branch age. A specific number by itself doesn't mean very much. So if you said median branch age is 80, and that's the only data you've got, it doesn't tell you very much. What tells you more is the fact that it was 80, 79.5, 79.0, for example. And that would show your median age was dropping. Of course, it could be increasing. Number of guests, potential members only. So down here, we exclude the speaker, any visitors from state, and anybody you know is not a potential member. So that's a very quick overview of the new simplified short Form 27. It's going to be available on the website as of January, and we ask all branches to start using it for their January reports.